Good morning, everybody, and this is your Dow Jones Day Trade Setups for today. So there is a couple of scenarios on the go at the moment, and we've been getting a few questions on diversions. So let's just look at it because there's a great example here on the 8-hour. You can see how price is running down, but the oscillators moving up. That is positive divergence. In other words, you're looking for some kind of a reversal. Same thing happens when we are on the top as well. If we can just find one recently, I think there's a better one on the DAX. There's quite a few on the DAX. I think we will cover that on the DAX as well. Don't see one. Well, there is one. There we go. So you can see here, oscillators are moving down, price is moving up. So something's about to happen in the opposite direction, and then you have this massive fall. And same scenario here. You can see they're clearly moving to the downside while price is moving to the upside. Look what happened eventually. So diversions is something that you always need to pay attention to. And when you see it in structure, in other words, a flag or a range or something like that, you know that the breakout is imminent. So you need to start watching price action. So let's just get on to what happened yesterday. Yesterday was pretty much a gap down and then a runaway. And if you just look at this on the daily, a massive engulfing bar on the daily right here, and then we had another engulfing bar here. I know we do have structure in the area, so let's just have a look at this. We still have this gap open, so I'm not entirely convinced that we have success just yet. But nevertheless, let's just get down to the levels and see what's going to transpire. We do have a bit of a gap up today, and we are already running away. So on the lower time frames, this is going to be well worth watching. 3-hour, we are getting to a point where the oscillators are tied. The trend is still down. So for as long as we're below the 155 here, the trend is still very much the downside. I would still expect some kind of a pullback to test a breakout. So there are a couple of breakouts that I'm going to list. That is basically I think that's kind of what we're going to do now. We'll do another one on the hour as well, and we'll get to these levels now. Just want to get this next level in. That's the one there. Okay, so on the hour you can see quite a bit of interaction around this level. Not exact, but it's around this level. And then obviously I can add a little bit further down if I really wanted to. And there's also interaction here. So moral of the story is quite simple. We've got above the 155 EMA. We've got a crossover here. This is a trend reversal scenario. Now, what we do need to do is we do need to clear this area that we are busy clearing at the moment, or testing, should I rather say. So we need to get above it, come back, find support, and that would give us a fairly decent opportunity. Don't like this gap, so obviously I'd like to see the gap close as well. So starting at the bottom, we have a trend line down here that intersects some resistance, what was resistance. We want to turn it to support. So this is my first area, 29,186. If we can get back to that area, great opportunity to buy in my view. Alternatively, we're looking at 29,314, and then we're also looking at 29,500. Now, if we do continue on this path that's happening right now, that's at 29,689, and we come back and test that area, definitely an opportunity to buy into that. Ultimately, we do need to clear that swing high up there, and that is going to set a pretty big double bottom with diversions. So you can see price is making a lower low. There is a low on the oscillators, a higher low there, diversions, double bottom. I'm looking at the 4-hour. I mean, you can see it on the 3-hour as well. The diversion is from there to there. That's first swing low. There's the second swing low. And you're probably going to see it on the 8-hour as well. There's your diversions, there's your lows, and there is your high. So again, you can see quite noisy in this area. Looking to buy to get in early, but if we do sort of find some structure, and I think coming back to this area would interest me quite a bit. 50 minutes has already switched into a bull trend, and we've got this 29644 just ahead of us. So you can see divergence forming here on the 15 minutes. We're making highs, but the oscillators are making lows. So that tells me we don't really want to be jumping in long. We want to be waiting for a pullback, and these are the three levels that I'd be paying attention to. So first one, 29,500. Then we have 29,314, and this one, 29,186, would offer some opportunities for us. Just bear in mind that what happened yesterday is what caused the move yesterday is really, I just want to get to my charts to see what's happening today, is that the US 10-year bond yield was down 4%. And at the moment, that is down 0.8%, and the 30-year bond yield is down. Oh, sorry, that's where it closed. So it closed 0.8% down, but it was at 4% down at one stage. So something's brewing. Something's definitely brewing. And you often look at the correlation between the bond market and the indexes to get some signals, some early signals of what's actually happening. So that's basically what drove this yesterday, was the bond market. So bond market was falling, which basically means the stock market rises. So at the moment, that is kind of my play here on the Dow Jones. Wait for the pullback, wait for structure to form, and you'll get an opportunity to buy into it. Pay attention on the hour, because we are busy with a trend reversal on the hour. So these two levels here are critical to hold. Now, in fact, this is the most critical one, which is 29,500. If that holds, it also sets up a little double bottom here. There's my first one, there's my second one, and there's my neckline. But this neckline here is way more interesting to me based on what we have here. And remember what that means is I have 1,140 point move. That's 3.8, 1,140. Take it to there. So we're looking at a 3.8% move up in the market, and look where the next area of resistance will be, right over there. And then you have another one. You have another one here. So that would be my target area. This would be my first target, 30,484. My second target is going to be up here at 39,43. So anyway, that's kind of my view today. Pay very close attention to this. It does look like something is brewing. If we do reject this top, then expect us to come back down and find support on one of these levels I've given you for another attempt up. But that would also form a higher low, which is also a really good sign, because then you're starting to form a rounding bottom. Anyway, that's it for me. Hope it helps, and we'll catch up with you tomorrow morning. Cheers for now.